Hello everyone, I'm the Saxy Gamer, and today we're here for the 2020 recap video. So I've done these videos for, I think, the past 2 years now, and I just kind of, go ahead and reminisce about the past year, talk about the things that we did, what was successful, what wasn't, and then look forward into the next year to talk about where we plan to go and set some goals that we can work for on the channel. So figured, why not do this for 2020 as well? Why not make it sort of a tradition? Because 2020 was quite the year, for better or for worse. Things were actually quite good for the channel, but I know it's been a hard year for a lot of people, so hopefully it was good for you on a personal level, regardless of all the stuff that's been happening in the world. And if not, hopefully you can look forward to a much better 2021. Maybe you can set some goals for yourself and kind of get things back in line after things have been shaken up. But anyways, let's go ahead and get right on into things. I just want to mention first, the background gameplay today, it's been PUBG previously in all other years, and I almost did PUBG again, but then I played like one round of PUBG, got so frustrated at the game because of how terrible it is, and I said, you know what, forget it, I'm playing chess instead. So we're gonna get some chess where I just blunder half the time, and you guys can laugh at me, and I'm sure you'll be like in the comment section, at 525 you should have done knight to e6 instead of pawn to d4. Like, I don't know, I just made that up out of my mind. If that actually lines up, I'll be a genius. But yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and let's start off, what do you say today, with how the channel did in 2020. So as a whole in 2020, just to give you kind of a scope here, at the 2019 recap video, I said that my goal for 2020 was to hit 50,000 subscribers, and at the time of making this video, we are now at 63,000 subscribers, so did better than our goal, which is obviously a very good thing. So I gained around, I think, 33 subs this year, which is, that's some pretty significant growth, and more than doubled my channel size, which is always something good to see. Got about 7.6 million views, which is more than double last year. I think it's up like something like 115, 117%. So very nice to see growth like that, and I really hope that that can continue into the next year. Although I must say that I am a little bit skeptical, just because I know that things have been, the excitement with Civ has been dying down a little bit. A lot of that growth came from the New Frontier Pass, which, the excitement for that, it's been out for a few months, it's dying down a little bit. So maybe in 2021 we'll get either another expansion for Civ 6, or probably Civ 7 will be announced, at which point everybody gets real excited for Civ again. Anyways, though, I am still very happy with how things have gone in 2020. So if you were part of any of those 33,000 new subscribers that joined in 2020, thank you very much for joining the channel. And I'd like to kind of return the favor to you guys a little bit, which I'll talk about later in building this community up to be even better than what it already is. As far as the content that we did in 2020, there was a good bit of stuff that was done. So for one, we started off the year with a few of the gameplay and analysis videos. I think those were pretty decent hits. I only made, I think, 3 of them in the end, but those might be coming back for 2021, so stay tuned for more information on that. But yeah, those videos were a lot of fun to make. They were considerably more work to make than some of the other videos, but I think that they were very useful for you guys, the viewers, and I think the reception of them was quite good. Also, in fairly early on in the year, we started to get some leaks about the New Frontier Pass. So obviously there was plenty of theory crafting that we had gotten into at that point, of all the different names that were given to the packs that were added on the Steam database and things like that, and all the goofy thumbnails with Ed Beach and stuff like that. So plenty of fun news videos to make, just theory crafting about what was going to be in the New Frontier Pass. And then obviously eventually we got the New Frontier Pass, so a bunch of new leader spotlights came out, some new wonder spotlights. We actually finished the Wonder Spotlight series in this year as well, and it's funny, whenever I was going back and I watched my 2019 recap video before this, and in my head, I had told myself that I was going to finish the Wonder Spotlights in like April of 2019 or something like that, and it didn't end up being until April of 2020, maybe not quite April, I don't exactly remember when it ended, but somewhere in 2020 where that series actually ended up ending off. But either ways, we finished that series, which was a pretty long-running one. We also did some tier lists for great people. We got some more tips videos, some beginner basics videos towards the end of the year here, and then a few Let's Plays sprinkled on in there as well as some random other assorted videos and first impressions. We did a lot of first impressions this year as well with all the New Frontier Pass stuff, so lots of great videos this year, and I'm pretty happy with how things have went in terms of the content that was put out this year. In addition to the normal YouTube content, something that took off for me a little bit in 2020 is the streaming game. I had never previously streamed all that much. I believe that I started the Saturday stream at the start of 2020, because I had done it previously in 2019, but not not necessarily super consistently, but yeah, the start of 2020 was the start of the Saturday stream, which feels like it's been going on forever now. Then eventually in the fall, I added the Tuesday and Thursday streams as well on Twitch, and, I expanded back to Twitch again in 2020, so I think I gained about 2,000 Twitch followers, which is about 2/3 of my Twitch audience thus far, so pretty good growth on Twitch there. If you're not following me yet, go ahead and go to twitch.tv/TheSaxyGamer and follow me there, but I've really enjoyed the streaming game, honestly. I've liked it way more than I thought I would. I if you don't know, I stream for about 2 hours on Saturday, Tuesday, and Thursday, and I think that it's, like a nice way to just kind of chill, relax with the audience, and I feel like it's made me get a lot better idea of, the Saxy Gamer community, the people like you that watch the videos and can come and talk in the chat, because if you haven't ever been to a stream, the chat is generally pretty talkative, and I can read it. There's plenty of space to be able to get recognized and things like that in the chat, so if you've never stopped by to one of the streams, feel free to stop by and, just say hi or just ask a question or anything like that, and it's something that I've really enjoyed, in addition to all of the random tangents that I've gone off on about, nuclear energy or random, perhaps a little bit skeptical, or not skeptical, slightly edgy topics or controversial topics, just rambling and rants like that I have with the chat, just to kind of, see what people have to say. It's one of the most fun things about being a content creator, in my opinion, and it's definitely something that I'm going to keep doing in 2021. As far as the stream schedule for 2021, I don't believe it's going to change. The Thursday stream might get changed, so keep an eye out for that, at least the time for it. I do have my class schedule's changing, so on a more personal level, in 2020, I did graduate from undergrad, so I got degrees in mechanical and nuclear engineering, and now I'm starting as a PhD student for nuclear engineering, if you don't know. So my class schedule as a grad student, though, is pretty light, so generally things don't conflict, but I think I might have a conflict with the Thursday stream. I'll double check and make sure, so be looking out for that, but the Tuesday and Saturday streams will stay as they are, so Saturday 11 to 1 EST, or 11 to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So now let's go ahead and talk about what we expect out of the channel in 2021, what you guys can expect, what I hope to expect out of the channel, and where we're going, where this YouTube train is taking us, if you will. So as far as sub goals, there is only one sub goal in my mind right now, and that is 100,000 subscribers. So we are more than halfway there, and I really hope that we are able to reach that goal in 2021. So we're gonna have to grow more than we did in 2020. So hopefully things will be able to, allow us to do that. Hopefully we can do some things that will help grow the channel, and I'll talk about those in just a little bit. And if you're not subscribed already, but you watch everything, maybe hit that subscribe button, because you can help us reach that 100K sub goal. But yeah, so it might be challenging, but I've got high hopes that we will be able to hit 100K in 2021. One of the things that I also do want to do in 2021, I haven't really planned any of this yet, so don't get your hopes up, but I wouldn't mind doing a few collaborations with some other Civ creators. I think it'd be something that'd be really fun, brings together the Civ community as a whole, and it's very exciting for audiences. I know a lot of the time people ask me to play with other content creators, and sometimes I see you in their comment sections too, asking them to play with me, so maybe we can do something with the, the Game Mechanic, Potato McWhiskey, Spiffing Brit, anyone from the Yogscast, Quill18. I really have no idea. As I mentioned, this is all just kind of an idea in my head right now. I haven't talked to any of them about it yet, so don't get your hopes up, but, maybe we can get things working that will allow us to do that in 2021, because I think it would be a lot of fun, and I think it would be really fun for both me and the viewers as well. As far as the content side of things is concerned, I don't really have too many ideas just yet, aside from just kind of continuing what we got going. So we're definitely going to continue the Beginner Basics series. We're going to continue with the Hero Spotlights, which should start coming out soon. There should be one coming out today at the time that I release this video as well. So more of those should be coming out in the near future. And in addition to that, I'm sure we'll get some random tips videos and some other assorted guide content that comes out as I get more ideas on videos that I can make and stuff like that. So if you have any videos that you'd like to see, anything you feel like you need help with, let me know in the comment section below, and I will do my best to accommodate that. Another thing that I want to do is revive the gameplay and analysis series. So as Civ 6 gets older, I obviously kind of run out of guides to make in a certain sense because I've covered things multiple times already in some senses. So eventually, I've got to do some gameplay type stuff. And as I've mentioned in previous recaps and on stream and stuff, I'm not a huge fan of doing Let's Plays. I personally just don't enjoy making Let's Plays. I don't think that my Let's Plays are the most entertaining things, but I think that gameplay and analysis is a nice blend of still getting some of that gameplay elements in there, but it's a lot more edited, a lot more processed, so there's a lot less of the random boring of me just sitting there clicking next turn while waiting to end the game or things like that. So I do plan on reviving gameplay and analysis series, and hopefully those will start coming out soon. As I mentioned, they are a little bit more work, so they might not come out quite as frequently, but I think it's worth it to do anyways, and I think it's hopefully helpful for you guys as well. And the last thing that I want to do is try to build up the community on the channel a little bit more. So I mentioned before that whenever I got to streaming, I really got to interact with a lot of people that are in the community of this channel. And, people like Cyrusicus or, Bald Man with a Beard or Master Key or, all sorts of these people. I know that there's plenty more of you that consistently watch than that, but I just figured I'd throw some names out there. But it's been really fun to, meet the people that watch the videos and talk to you guys about Civ and Civ strategies and things aside from Civ, and that's something that I really think I would like to continue to do. And I think the way that I'm going to do that is through my Discord. So I am kind of looking for people. I honestly am not really that experienced with setting up, big Discords or things like that. So if any of you have any experience in that, maybe you want to be one of the Discord mods that has some ideas on what we can do to make the Discord better, because I know sometimes it's a little bit of a meme that people don't talk in it that much. So I would really like to get more people talking in there. I want to talk more in that Discord, and I would like to set up, maybe sometime a week where we can have a few people that get together and all play games. Like, I can't promise that I'll be, able to play in them all the time or anything like that, but even if we just have set times a week that people generally get together, that way it encourages new players as well that want to get into multiplayer to come in. There's games that they can, get into any week with any number of players. I think stuff like that would be really cool, and I'd really like to get that set up. So as I mentioned, if any of you are a little bit experienced with, getting Discord stuff together, or you just, have ideas for what we should do to be able to do that, let me know in the comment section below, or you can send me, you can feel free to send me a message on Discord, and we can talk about that a little bit more. And it really wouldn't be a year-end recap if I didn't mention starting a podcast, because I think I mentioned it for the last 2 years. So it as well has been kind of a meme of something that I mentioned but will never ever actually do. So I figured I'd throw it in here for now. I mean, at this point, we've pretty much reached the point where the Tuesday stream is almost just like a podcast with background gameplay, so maybe one of these days we'll actually record just standalone podcasts that you can put on as you're going to bed or something like that. Maybe I'll just sit there and talk very calmly into the microphone and, make it all ASMR or something like that. I don't really know. Sorry you had to hear that, but yeah, it's always a meme. It's part of my yearly obligation to mention starting a podcast, and maybe one of these days I'll finally actually do it, but will 2021 be the year that it actually happens? Who knows? I mean, we'll see, I guess, but I would be a fool to not mention the podcast. But yeah, so that's been my 2020. As I mentioned at the start, it's been a pretty good 2020 for the channel. We've pretty much doubled in size, and if we can double in size next year again, I would be very happy with that. If we can get even more than double in size next year, that would make me even happier. So maybe, share the channel with some of your friends, get people excited into it, share videos around, I don't know, all that stuff that gets people excited. And hopefully we can get a really nice, tight-knit community where a lot of people can get together, help each other out with Civ, play some games together, and just, have a lot of fun talking to each other. That's another thing, as I didn't really mention it, but in 2020, we kind of realized, being stuck at home a lot of the time, that it's nice to have a lot of people to talk to. So I would really like if, the Discord and the community as a whole can kind of give you an avenue to do stuff like that. Like a place to make Civ friends and just hang out and play some games with the lads or anything like that. So hopefully we can accomplish that goal in 2021, and you guys as well as myself will be able to put forth, plenty of effort and get hopefully something really good out of it in return. So thank you everyone for watching. I have been the Saxy Gamer. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to like. If not, feel free to dislike. And if you're looking for some more Civilization 6 content, of course, feel free to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.